Warning, the stories you're about to hear are detailed accounts of shenanigans, pranks, and some mistakes that are meant to replicate the sort of discussions that veterans have when they reunite over a cold beverage and do not depict the professional daily actions of the military at large. We hope to make you laugh, but not to disrespect our proud men and women in uniform. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome to Cammo Comedy, where we take a humorous look at the lighter side of military service. We got a big show for you today, but before we jump into it, if you like what we're doing here, give us a subscribe, give us a follow, whatever they call it on your podcasting platform. And while you're at it, give us a 5-star rating, write us a review, as that makes us more relevant in the algorithm and boosts the overall visibility of the show. But word-of-mouth advertising is just so powerful, so if you tell some friends, I will love you forever. Okay, let's jump into the show. I am your host, Aaron Wolf. Just as a friendly reminder to the audience, we put out a new show every single Monday, so make sure you give the notification bell a nice tap so you don't miss a show. Give it a nice tap. Also, we are doing laughter therapy here on the show. We got a lot of military members who struggle with everyday life after service, and we're just here to share a laugh and remember the good times. Joining me today is the man who taught me that a horoscope is not a device you look through to spot prostitutes. Call sign Footloose. Footloose, thanks for being on the show today, man.
Thanks for having me, Aaron. I'm not going to be using these tools you give me anymore. Always misinterpreting their meaning.
That doesn't go inside the prostitute.
Horoscope.
Oh my God.
Also joining us today is the man I hate to see leave, but I love to watch him come. Call sign Cheeks. Cheeks, thanks for being on the show today, man.
Is that why you're wearing scientist goggles right now?
Yeah.
You fucking
He's
animal.
in the splash zone.
They did call me Shamu in high school. Oh, fuck. Spread cheeks and not hate, folks. If you haven't checked us out on our socials, check us out. My handle's call sign Cheeks on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, and if you check, you can check me out on X. I'm at Aaron Wolf at Cammo Comedy on X, and we also got a Rumble page, so just search Cammo Comedy on Rumble if you want to see some of our shorts.
Not our actual shorts.
Well, speak for yourself, bitch.
Don't tell him how to run his page.
I'm going to sell my used shorts, you
Don't
guys.
tell me how to get famous, Cheeks.
Start the bidding at $3.
That seems high.
We can round down.
It's got to pay for I'm not going to even make enough money to pay for shipping.
You shipped your pants.
Yeah.
Remember that old Kmart commercial?
Oh, yeah. I shipped my pants. You shipped your pants? I shipped my pants.
Oh, God.
But see, we don't have to say shipped. We can say we shitted them because...
Shitted?
Yeah,
I
we
done
shitted our
shit in my
pants.
pants.
Do you remember when we roasted Dome Piece for shitting his pants?
You mean, like, constantly? Yes.
Oh, man.
That's just like a weekly occurrence, though, isn't it?
I know.
All right, you guys ready for my first story?
Yep.
All right, so check this story out here. Let me set the table here. We got ourselves a Navy story, and this is going back to the early 1990s, right?
Oh, shit.
This is
the 1900s.
Yeah. How dare you, sir? I hate it when I hear young people talk like that about the fucking 90s.
Did you just assume my age?
That's ageism.
Exactly. So this was shortly after the fall of the former Soviet Union, right? Now, the U.S. government generally was doing like just different kind of diplomatic outreach to Russians and
We call those invasions.
Spreading freedom, if you will.
No, but they were doing like different kind of diplomatic outreach. So for this specific diplomatic outreach, they were hosting a Russian pilot at their naval base, right?
Oh,
They were
wow.
doing like this joint training kind of a thing, along with like some diplomacy mixed in there. So he was out flying with a bunch of Navy pilots and, you know, getting to learn some of the tricks of the trade and things of that nature, right? Well, I'm not sure exactly what the thought process behind this was. However, part of this diplomatic mission is they wanted to make sure that this Russian pilot was treated to a good night out, right? So they tapped a bunch of Navy chiefs, where for those of you in the audience who might not know, Navy chiefs are like the top enlisted in the Navy. They're E7, E8, and E9, right? So they tapped these like Navy enlisted chiefs to make sure that this Russian pilot had like a really good night, right? So they even provided him a van, right? So I don't know if the thought process was that like the Navy pilots wouldn't necessarily be able to hang with like a Russian, but they had a little bit
That's
more
right. They had to
confidence.
bring in the
I was
enlisted.
going to say that has enlisted written all over it.
They had like a little bit more confidence with, like the
Bring you vodka.
the older dogs going out, right?
Yeah.
So to make a long story short, they go out on the town and they have a phenomenal time. And like I said, they even gave the Navy chiefs a van to make sure that everybody could drive safely and had a really good night. And they wouldn't have to like take multiple cars or anything like that, right?
Just hand out free candy.
Not that kind
Was
of
it like
van.
a white van, or are we talking like a Honda?
It's like a shaggin' wagon.
Yeah, what kind of van are we talking?
Which, let's not just breeze past this. It's like you're getting the diplomat from like the overseas mission to say, hey, could you come in my van? Like that's another one of these things that's reminiscent of that story about the Joint Chiefs of Staff.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I remember that one.
But anyway, so they go out, and I don't know, like, I know there's a lot of that's going on in the world right now with Russians, but like, if you've never hung out with Russians, like, these people are wild. It's like reminiscent of The Machine. Like,
Yes, Bert Kreischer.
yeah.
it's reminiscent of Bert Kreischer, like The Machine story and stuff like that. These people are wild, and they know how to party, right? So nothing was different for this night.
And this is also the fucking reason I don't believe my doctor when he tells me I need to quit drinking. Okay? Those people are fucking animals. They drink
Well, they
that
also
shit by the
live
liter.
in really cold weather, which apparently that does something to the alcohol. It makes you strong.
They've evolved stronger.
Stronger. Strong like Beth.
That's what I was told. But anyway,
You're kind of like a bear cheeks.
I do like bear cheeks.
Spreading them.
clapping bear cheeks. So anyway, they went out, they had a great time, and somebody had the bright idea to let the Russian drive home, right? So
What the fuck?
Yeah, that does sound like a good idea.
Because he's the only one that can hold his vodka.
that could have been. We didn't get that level of detail for this story, but what we were told was that when they were going back to base at the end of the night, they had a great time. Everything was copacetic. The Russian was driving the van home, and then like all of the Navy chiefs were in the back of the van, like partying, laughing, having a good time, and they're just like barreling down the freeway.
Oh my God.
Right? And it's late at night, right? Like what could go wrong? Well, like everybody's like laughing and having a good time. And then the Navy chiefs like kind of look over and they notice that the Russian, we're going to call him Boris. They notice that Boris is in the back partying with everybody else.
Oh my God.
And
Who
they,
the fuck is driving?
it like takes a second and then they ask that very question. They're Boris, who
Wild
the fuck
card.
is driving the van? And he goes, autopilot. And they go, what? No. So there's like this mad dash scramble to like get somebody up in the driver's seat because they're just barreling down the freeway with like no driver at the head of the helm. Now,
Cruise control.
exactly what it was. So Boris thought that like the cruise control on a van was as sophisticated as the autopilot on like the Navy fighter jets, right? So he
Holy
thought back in
shit.
the early 1990s that like, hey man, if it's sophisticated enough to make it into an advanced fighter jet, it's got to be in every like van and car and truck, right? This is the United States. They have some technological advancements over us. That's why we're here.
God.
So, yeah, I'm happy to report this did not end in tragedy.
Holy
This ended
shit.
fairly well. Somebody was able to jump into the driver's seat, and then they had to explain to old Boris that, like, hey, man, cruise control means this specific thing.
Some minor fender benders,
So
but
really what we've just learned here is that in the 90s, Russia had autopilot capabilities on their cars.
Yeah.
Could be.
what you not have here?
And that's why they're able to drink so much.
Could be.
Holy shit.
Their airbags were being drunk over in Russia.
Well, I
Yeah.
put stick on the accelerator.
If I give you good price, will you put in pussy magnet?
Yes.
I love USA. Oh my God.
Oh, that was such an amazing story. Like the language barrier, all that stuff.
The realization of like you're laughing and you just all of a sudden you're looking at Boris in the face like something's odd about you sitting here all
Bro,
of a sudden.
like, is somebody not driving the car right now? He's like, it's under control, guys.
God
Cruise
damn.
control's
That's from
on.
like a movie scene.
Oh, God.
He's fucking taken the seatbelt and wrapped it around the steering wheel and clipped it in.
I don't
It's
even think
fine.
he did that. I think he just saw cruise control. Boop. autopilot. Like, hey, I've been out flying with these guys forever, right? So like, apparently they taught Boris about autopilot and what their capabilities were. So
what a couple of pieces of shit, by the way, making the Russian drive back while they
Our VIP guest is going to go ahead and be our DD here.
What the fuck is even that?
When I was reading this story, by the way, thank you for sending that in. That was an amazing story. The second that I read the Russian was driving home, I'm like, oh, this is going to end badly.
Nothing good is going to come from this.
Nothing against Russian driving or anything like that, but have you seen a lot of those dash cam videos?
They're all from Russia.
They're all from Russia. They're all amazing.
I thought you were going to tell us he went wrong way on the freeway or something.
Yeah.
Could be.
Holy shit.
No, this is way worse.
Yeah.
They're just careening down an empty freeway. Thank God.
It's not even like they have lane assist like they do now. This is just held speed. That's it.
Yeah. But they got it worked out. So
Thank
I love
God
that
they
story.
didn't have power steering.
Yeah, I love that story. Thanks for sending that in.
See, I was referencing from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where Charlie Day, he wanted to be the wild card in the heist. And he's driving the van. He's like, I cut the brake lines. Wild card. You were driving.
Oh, God.
That's awesome.
All right, so I got the next story here. This is another good...
Boo this man.
Oh.
Boo.
All right, fine.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I was drinking. Fuck you, Cheeks.
So I got the next story.
Boo.
Don't boo Footloose. How dare you, Cheeks? That's not spreading love.
That's what I'm going to do from now on. Whenever Footloose starts a story, I'm just going to start booing him. If you're in your car listening, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to boo Footloose with me.
Unless it's with bees.
Yeah.
Ha, get it?
Boobies.
Yeah.
Shut up and tell your story.
I just had to rebuild some self-esteem for a minute.
I'll cut it down later.
So, all right, so I got the story of two friends here. We will...
The two friends are Cheeks and Footloose.
No, I said friends.
Just people booing each other. Nothing else.
The
fun
Boo
happened.
Brothers.
Oh, man. Why are friends always so mean to each other?
Yeah, that's...
Because it's funny.
It is funny. Sorry, go ahead.
Keep them in check. So these two guys, we'll call them Zeke and Thad, just classic frat boy names here.
Wow.
I hate them already.
So Zeke and Thad like to party, hence their names.
All right.
And they were on assignment to go to this school for the military, like a professional military school. So they're TDY to a base they've never been to, not their home station. Right. Well, these are the only two guys that went together. Zeke and Thad had to meet up with people from other units from all over the country, everything like that. They don't, again, know anyone other than each other.
Sure.
That
Well,
checks out.
they... As I said, like to party. Not everybody likes to party as much as these two did, but they were going to change that and convince people to party with them.
Yes.
So
These are the guys. These are those guys. in the
yeah,
group.
yeah,
Always had to
and
be
you
doing
always
something.
have these guys, no matter where you go. The people that just never know how to stop and just turn it off. Like, maybe we won't go out tonight.
Maybe we'll have a nice, quiet evening.
Yeah, not possible. So, and it would be fine if they just went by themselves, but they can't do that. They have to involve everyone in their level of fun. So they're convincing other classmates to go out with them one night out on the town. And there's a bar on base where a lot of people just like to kind of take it easy, have a drink. That's not Zeke and Thad's game. That's too chill for them.
Now we want a catastrophe.
Yeah.
Got to turn it up.
So they're trying to convince some other guys, and the main other character in this story here is a dude named Smith, who was from their class, and he liked to drink like most dudes in the military, just maybe not to Zeke and Thad's level.
Not as much.
And so when they're trying
Not
to get
as
him,
much as our Russian driver.
yeah, definitely.
so they're trying to get him to go out, and he's like, "No, guys, like I want to try and get stuff done tomorrow. I drank a little bit yesterday. I'm just gonna take it easy tonight. I'm gonna call it early." And so obviously Zeke and Thad were just like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine."
I don't
Not.
believe you.
So they instead decide we need to get this dude out even harder now because he said no. So it starts off with bribes, like just some mild harassment.
Oh, God.
Some mild harassment.
So they start bribing him at first. They say like, "All right, man, we'll pay for your taxi. That'll sweeten the deal for you. All you got to do is come out with us." They're like, "No, it's expensive to buy drinks out on the town versus on base." So then the bribe escalates like, "We'll buy your taxi and your first 2 drinks. How about that?" Like,
This is like the friendship equivalent of like, ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. Like
James
trying to,
Woods.
yeah, exactly. Trying to just like incrementally entice you to come out with everybody else.
So the bribes were like they're they're breaking him down, right? Like,
So hang on. So what you're basically telling me is Zeke and Thad couldn't enjoy each other's company without ruining someone else's night?
yeah, that's the entertainment they get.
Got it.
They're masochists.
Do you want to hang out? Yeah, but not with just you.
Not unless you're having a bad time. So the bribes were sort of working, so Zeke and Thad upped the ante into bullying. Just some mild, friendly bullying. And
You call him a pussy.
like the main line they kept using was like, come on.
That's not exactly bullying.
And Thad's final line was, I mean, what's the worst that could happen, bro?
Famous last words.
Which always ends great, which nothing ever happens.
Good God.
So Smith's like, all right, fine, fuck, I'll go. So they got a small group together, but again, Smith being the main person of importance here, and you'll see why in just a few minutes. So
Nice.
they're out drinking. Zeke and Thad have made good on their promises, bought the drinks, bought the taxi, made sure everyone's having a good time.
Nice. They were honorable about it.
Right. So bars were open till 3 o'clock in
Jesus.
the morning in this place. Most places it's only like 2. Some even earlier than that, but this place it was 3.
Anything after midnight's bad.
Yeah. So
Nothing good happens after midnight.
again, Zeke and Thad being responsible decided, it's 2:30, maybe we should call it. So they didn't stay all the way till 3. That'd be insanity.
We're not going to close out the bar.
Reasonable.
So they leave at 2:30, which, between 2 and 3, the last hour of bars is always the witching hour, no matter what closing time is. So that's when most people start to kind of fizzle out, looking for their rides, getting home and stuff like that. So
Start looking through the horoscope.
yes. So they get outside, and it's obviously crowded as they're leaving the bar. Mind you, they are not really in great shape. They've been drinking for a good number of hours at this point, because it's not like they left to go drinking at midnight. This was like 8 o'clock.
Oh, wow.
Jesus Christ.
So they've made a career out of it.
Yeah, so this has been a evening-long drink fest here.
A shift of work
So
of drinking.
No one's in great shape, but again, they're being responsible. They're taking a taxi. No one's trying to, put it on autopilot and go home. So I guess Smith is the first one to leave the bar, and there's some commotion, and Smith disappears. Nobody knows what the fuck happened to Smith.
Ninja dust. Just gone.
And so the rest of them just are like, oh, whatever, we'll see him in a second. Like he's
Fuck
just
him, we
lost
don't
in the
know him.
crowd. Yeah. Turns out what happened is Smith walked out the door, and he's pretty fucked up like everybody else, but he sees a fight going on, and it was a dude hitting a female. So Smith sees, this girl being attacked, and he just sobers up instantly. Just like adrenaline takes over, and he just tackles this dude, starts beating the shit out of him, trying to pull him off of this girl, right?
Damn.
So this is all going on. Mind you, Thad and Zeke and the rest of the gang have no idea this is going on. They just lost Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then Thad looks over and was like, oh, dude, there's a fight going on. Fuck. So he's like, I don't want any
Still
part of
unaware.
that. Like,
Still unaware that it's Smith.
yeah, has no clue that this is Smith involved in this fight.
Oh, no.
They just see a fight, and
You
Thad's
just
like,
inadvertently Blue Falcon's your friend that you enticed to come out.
right. So Thad's like just looking out for himself. He's like, I am way too fucked up to fight. Like, grabs the rest of their group, like pulls them out of the crowd. Like, all right, let's just hang out over here, guys. So Thad's rounded up the group minus Smith. And then, so they're still kind of watching the fight go down, but it's from a distance. And then, like, oh shit, it's carried out into the street now. And like, oh fuck, dude, that guy's getting tased. Because the cops had showed up, obviously, because this big fight had brewed. So they see this dude getting fucking tased down in the road. Again, not knowing who that is.
Oh, no.
But then Thad squints a little and is like, oh fuck, guys. He's like, that's Smith out there.
Shit.
And they're just watching Smith go down and get cuffed and thrown in the back of the cruiser.
That's bad.
And so
What
they're
could
like,
go wrong?
they're like hands
Yeah,
on their head,
exactly.
like, oh no, this is not good.
we made that guy come out with us tonight.
So
We did this.
Zeke and Thad are like, what the fuck happened between walking out the front door
Right?
to Smith getting tased and taken away by the
Right?
cops?
Oh, I'm sure that happened within minutes, too.
Oh, and that's what didn't
Seconds,
make
man.
sense to them. They said it was so quick. Everything just went down. They're like, all right, time to go. Walk out the bar. He's getting tased. Like,
Everything had been so normal up until that
yeah,
point.
they were
It
all
was like,
having a great time, staying out
Yeah.
of trouble. Like
pay
just
your tab, you're getting in a taxi,
Yeah.
you're doing all the responsible things, and then poof.
just having all the right steps up until something went awry.
So what happens with Smith? Did you know?
So the next day, I guess they bailed him out of jail.
What?
Like, he was kept overnight.
Let me just say for the audience out there, to use that sentence at any military academy, any military school or whatever, where you're getting bailed out of jail, that's bad news, man. Don't do that shit.
And it's nothing good ever comes from that, no matter how justified it was.
You get a good story.
And so, again, Smith is...
Yeah, I mean,
Smith was saving somebody else. He was really... Exactly.
Allegedly. We don't know the whole story.
That's fair.
Well, Footloose is telling us.
Yeah, from the story we're told, he was saving this female from being beat up. And so Smith thought he was doing the right thing. Well, they bail him out. And of course, next time they see him, he's got his blues on, getting ready to talk to the commander about what happened. And so once he had been, obviously sobered up and cleaned up, they're like, dude, what in the fuck happened? Like, Zeke and Thad now actually feel kind of bad, reflecting on their famous words of bullying him into going out that night. He's like, and so Smith, it sounds like, well, guys, I saw that girl getting beat up, so I tried to break it up, and then all of a sudden, somebody grabs my back, and I assume it's one of his buddies trying to beat my ass.
Oh,
so
shit.
I grab the guy's arms and fucking hip toss him into the street.
Oh, no!
Until I realize it's a cop.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God.
So I guess he fucking
Honest mistake.
hip-tossed a cop into the middle of the street amongst this entire giant crowd.
Yikes.
And believe it or not, the cop didn't like that.
What? Say it isn't so.
So once the cop got to his feet, this dude's obviously raging, throwing him like 10 feet into the road. So he just immediately goes to his taser and fucking puts him down.
Oh my God.
And Smith's like, I turned around and saw the cop, and I literally put my hands up, and I was like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Like, trying to apologize to this guy. Like, sorry, I didn't know you were a cop. Don't tase me. And it was too late.
So was that a positive or a negative for him? Because some people are into getting shocked. Like in their balls and shit.
He said it was not enjoyable.
So he was not into it?
Quite painful, actually.
That's fair.
God.
The sting of the probes going into his chest did not feel good.
I assume so, but we got to be thorough here on the Cammo Comedy Show.
Holy shit.
A lot of weird people in the military, But yeah, so needless to say, Zeke and Thad, nobody wanted to hang out with them the whole rest of the trip.
These guys are fucking trouble. Bad omen, man.
When they would invite them out, people would be like, why? What's the worst that could happen? You're like, that's fair.
They're never living that shit down ever again.
So
to be fair, though, they had nothing to do with that.
The only thing they did was show him a good night. He's the one who wanted to fight.
Yeah.
He had to be Captain Save-A-Ho, and he got tased for it.
Zeke and Thad didn't fight anyone that night.
The lesson learned in this story is be a good witness. Pull your phone out and videotape. Don't help anyone.
Just be an innocent bystander.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
That's an incredible story.
Holy
Shout out to Zeke and Thad for becoming like the
great wingmen.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Jeez, to each other and no one else.
And the rest of the group that they pulled away from the fight.
That's like a perverse magic trick, because you're going outside, you're ending the night, everything's copacetic, you're just like, where the fuck did Smith go? What's the fuck? And all of a sudden he's in the most trouble he could possibly be in.
The thing is, Smith in front of the commander, is getting his ass reamed.
Oh,
and it's like
there's no way to explain
They
that.
were probably out for 6 hours drinking. Uneventful, totally fine, doing everything right. 5 minutes at the very end of that entire night ruined everything.
Yeah.
And now he got in trouble.
And they're the reasons that we have a 2-drink limit when we go to military PME. So I got the next story, guys.
All right, man, what you got?
This is going to be in the late 90s.
All right. 1900s.
In the 1900s.
How dare you?
The late 1990s. So this particular fella wants to go out to the bar because he's turning 21.
Nice.
All right.
Nice. He's in the Army and he's getting with his friends like, oh, I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to go to a bar. We're going to get in a fist fight. We're going to get kicked out.
Oh, Lord.
And then we're going to go to the next bar and we're going to do it again.
See, this is opposite of Footloose's story here. Where
Smith was not looking for a fight.
We're just going to go out and have a good time. This guy's deliberately one of those assholes going out to try to start something.
Correct.
This dude's turning 21 and this is his goal.
Correct.
Yeah.
So they go out to the bar. All right. And we'll call this guy Steve. So
Okay.
Sounds hot.
he sounds hot. He described the bar as one of those old school bars that have the cages and the squares to the side, and you hear background. It's
yeah.
like techno. People are dancing in those fucking cages and stuff, right?
Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah, so Steve goes out on the dance floor and he starts sort of, and he starts dancing, right? He's looking around the dance floor and he sees some guy who's like 6 inches shorter than he is, just a scrawny little fella, and he's like, boom, target acquired.
Oh, no.
That's the guy I'm gonna go fight. So he's like dancing his way over there. He's working his way over there. And he
Dude,
gets
you are really setting the scene. I love this.
I'm over here dancing.
He's getting closer and closer, and on the beat, he's like, bam, gives this guy a little elbow, a little shove, and kind of looks at him over his shoulder. So the little fella kind of turns around. He's like, oh, hey, my bad, man. Excuse me. Like, just scoot over here, right?
All right.
So he kind of like
a gentleman about it.
He's
Yeah.
super polite, right? Not the guy that you want to go pick a fight with, because he's not. You don't fuck up. You don't fuck with nice guys. So.
That's women's job.
So Steve continues dancing, right? And he's on the beat, just fucking mega mixing and power jamming, having a good time.
Hell yeah.
And then he fucking elbows him again. Short fellow turns around and goes, hey, real polite again, just give me some space, maybe?
Yeah.
Like, maybe that.
Quit hitting me.
Yeah.
Like, quit bumping into me, bitch.
And Steve doesn't miss a fucking beat, right? He goes back to dancing, fucking gives him an elbow for the third time, right?
Oh.
This time, Steve goes to square up. Short fella turns around, and Steve says before he could do anything, he got hit 172,000 times. He said as he was going down to the ground, just...
It's like
Fists of fury.
fucking hammered right in the fucking face.
shit beat out of him the whole way to the ground.
It's like in The Matrix when Mr. Smith is punching Neo and it's like shadow arms. He's getting hit so fast.
Yes. So
Hell yeah.
Steve says on the way down, he could feel his face swelling up.
Fuck me.
So Steve's on the ground, just eats shit. This short, nice fella helps him back to his feet,
What a classic.
walks him over to the bar and sets him down.
Oh my God.
Looks at the bartender and goes, hey, he's gonna need one.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow.
Steve is sitting at the bar. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna need one. Says his lips start to swell up now, so he can't talk right. And the bartender's like, hey, what happened? He's like, I fell. I fell 172,000 times.
I fell up an escalator.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's amazing.
So the bartender who knew this guy was like, hey, you know he's a Golden Glove boxer, right?
Fuck. Picked the wrong motherfucker to pick a fight
Hands him a
with.
napkin. Oh, you're bleeding.
Yeah. Clean yourself up.
Oh, shit.
Can you imagine? Like, you go try to pick a fight with the small, scrawny guy on your 21st
Yeah.
birthday, and you pick the one bad motherfucker in the bar.
The worst possible person to fight
the
in that
moral
bar.
of this story is don't go around picking fights because you never quite know.
You're either going to get
You know?
tased or get your ass kicked by a Golden
There's only
Glove
two
boxer.
options here.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Shit.
Oh, that's an amazing story. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Don't go picking fights with people at bars.
No, don't do that.
It's just like the Olympic judo team. You could get your fucking ass
Oh my
handed to you
God,
in 12
yes.
lesson.
Right. What was it? Wall, ceiling, floor.
Yeah, you get fucked up.
Oh, man.
All right, you guys ready for my next story?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we have ourselves an Air Force story, and for this story, it's important for everybody to understand what QC testing is, right? So QC testing is basically just they're testing you on your job knowledge. It's quality control testing. They're testing you on your job knowledge, job performance, things of this nature, and it can happen at different frequencies for different career fields. Like it could be an annual, it could be a monthly test, something like that. But what they're trying to do is they're just trying to identify where you could have a deficit in knowledge, and they're also trying to identify that you're competent and capable of performing whatever duties you're responsible for, right? So
Sounds like a lot of people would fail this.
you might think that. So we have two main characters here. We're going to call them Henry and Lucas, right? So Henry is an older fella. He's a E6, E7, right? And he is the QC, quality control test administrator. And we've got Lucas, who's about E4, E5, and he's going to be the one taking the test, right?
Okay.
So Lucas enters into Henry's office and sits down, and, Henry's kind of going through and just kind of explaining some of the expectations for what he's going to be facing on this QC test, and, just kind of getting familiarized with it, giving him ideas of how long it's going to take, things of that nature, right? So Right when Henry goes to start the test, Lucas just springs up right out of his seat and says, I gotta go. And Henry's like, okay, is everything okay? Like, what's happening? Like, what's the situation?
This is dumb piece.
He doesn't give him any information, but he just says, I gotta go, and he runs out. Now, from Henry's perspective, he's administered over a lot of tests. So he's seen like different kinds of like test anxiety and things of that nature. And, you know, this guy was a young, sharp guy. So he's just like, it's very kind of out of place for this guy to be this fucking nervous when he's got to get up and run out of the room. So he's like, oh, okay, like, well, it's a problem if they had started the test and he got up and left. But since they hadn't officially started yet, it's like, okay, well, we'll give him a couple minutes and we'll figure out what's going on.
Sure.
5 minutes go by. 10 minutes go by. Now Henry's starting to get fucking pissed off. He's like, where the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Just got up and
Wasting
ran
like
out.
fucking time.
Is he punking me? He's like, I've got other stuff I got to do today. Like, we had an agreed upon time, and like, I understand. So he's like, all right, you know, it's like 12, 13 minutes in now. I was like, let me go fucking look for this guy. So he gets up from his desk and he starts walking over to the door. But before he can break the door jam, here comes Lucas out of breath. And he's like, oh, sorry, Sergeant, I shit my pants. I'm sorry about that.
Oh my God. It was exactly what we thought.
Exactly. So Henry's like got a sense of humor. So he's like kind of smirking a little bit. He's like, really? Seriously? That's what you had to do? Like, I thought you might have had like test anxiety or something. He's like, no, I shit my pants. He's like, and because he was like kind of compounding infractions, right? Like, he had this test he kept his senior enlisted waiting on, and now like he's got a pudding hammock in his pants.
Oh,
and he's
God.
like trying to like run down the hallway to like get cleaned up or whatever. So he just
Waddles down the hallway.
Yeah, he waddles down the hallway, gets to the closest bathroom, and he takes off his pants and his undies, and he's getting cleaned up. And then it occurs to him, he's like, you know what? Yeah, his pudding hammock. He's like, I've got a change of pants here, but they're in my locker and they're like down the hall.
Oh no.
And like because of all the excitement of all the stuff he was facing, he hadn't really like planned ahead. So he's like, what am I going to do now? Like, I'm not going to put on my shitty pants. Like, you know, like I've got that stuff stuffed in a trash bag. So he's like, well,
shit your pants anymore.
That's
like,
it can't get worse.
well, I think he had like just cleaned up.
Cleaned up.
He had already cleaned up his skin, so he's like, I can't go through this again. Like, I got the test administrator waiting on me, and like I didn't really give him a lot of details. I just kind of ran away. So he's like, you know what? Like, okay, fuck it. So he kind of like pulls down his blouse over his Johnson, and he's just like
just fucking Donald ducking it down the road.
Sprints down the hallway to get to his locker. He like gets it open real quick. Now it was kind of like an off time. I think it was on a weekend, so there weren't as many people around, but there's still people around.
And cameras.
And cameras. Like, he's definitely on camera. So like he fumbles, he gets his pants, he gets his locker open, he grabs his pants. Still bottomless, like sprinting through the hallway, goes back to the bathroom, kind of puts them on, like takes the shitty undies, the shitty pudding hammock, and the fucking shitty pants, puts them in a trash bag. Yeah, exactly. And then stuffs it in his locker for later. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna fucking do the laundry or something like that.
He didn't just throw it in the trash. He put it in his locker.
That's my own speculation.
Oh God.
I don't know that for sure, but I don't know. Like he was just like, okay, and then he sprints back. And so like now Henry's kind of like, okay, like, well, I wish you would have just said like you trusted a fart you shouldn't have or something like that. And like, because I was over here like, what the fuck? Is this guy punking me? Like, he just run out on the test and I'm just standing here like an asshole. But yeah, so he's just like, we're happy to report that Lucas actually did very well on his test, like all in. But yeah. You never trust a fart.
The fuck is even that?
If I ever shit in my pants, those are being thrown out. Those pants are clearly cursed, and you should never try and like, it was just a one-off.
I mean, it's like the superstitious stuff that people that are, you know, sports fans do. Like, if their team wins, they always hold on to that, whatever they have.
A lucky pair of underwear.
Yeah,
this one was not so lucky.
No, this was the opposite of lucky because he's getting ready to go into a test and he's shitting himself.
Okay, I think the funniest part of this is the part where he was in the bathroom and he's Pooh Bearing it the whole way back to his locker.
Sprinting to
Nobody
the locker.
fucking saw him?
Guys, I don't.
Everybody saw him because he was on camera.
For people listening, the military top does not go all the way down over your
Yes.
junk.
It does for me.
Most people, it does not. It's not going to go far enough. Like,
Holy
Well,
that was a calculated risk.
Yeah, this was absolutely a calculated risk because, like, in Lucas's defense, a little bit, just like, who are you going to call? You know what I mean? Like, and like, you didn't give your test administrator a lot of information before you ran away. So, like, the clock is ticking, and he knew it.
Just so we're all on the same page, if I shit my pants, I'm done for the day. I'm not going back to take
bed.
a test. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not doing anything. We're done for the day.
I mean, you can do that as a famous podcaster, but like when you're in the military, like there might be a bigger consequence for you just saying, "Excuse me, test administrator, I just shit myself. I'm going home."
Listen, somebody like Dome Piece, who's like routinely shitting his pants, might be able to boot and rally, but not this guy. Cheeks is done for the day.
The only way this could have been better is if Henry goes out looking for him and catches him naked in the hallway. Just like
Drinking.
Hey bud, what you doing?
I've heard of a lot of different ways to prep for a test, but this is new.
It's this ritual I have.
I usually streak bottomless through the hallways and all that kind of stuff like that.
God.
I love that fucking story.
Oh, that's amazing.
So apparently shitting your pants before test is good luck. So
No, that's how you pass.
Disagree.
I did that before my driving test.
He didn't change though.
Because here's the thing, though, the test administrator of the driving test, like they can't wait to get out of the stinky car with you.
No.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, fucking driving with you anywhere.
Hey, thanks for checking out the Cammo Comedy Show Podcast. We got a fundraiser going on right now, so if you like what we're doing here and want to keep us rolling, consider making a contribution. We'll put a link in the description. Also, we had some fun animations made up for this fundraiser, so we'll put links for those in the description as well if you want to just check those out. Also, don't forget to tell a friend about us if you love what we're doing here. Word of mouth advertising is very powerful, and we really appreciate you for helping us out. If you've got any funny military stories of your own or know somebody who does, drop us a voicemail at area code 531-222-6146. Also, we've got an email open. That's stories@cammocomedy.com. That's stories, STORIES, at CAMMOCOMEDY.com. We'll have a lot more fun announcements coming soon, so stay tuned. All right, I'm going to go microwave a croissant. Later.
All right, so how far? Do we start back to me
I would say
getting booed?
from the beginning. Yeah, that was my favorite part of the story. See, I booed preemptively, and I was right.
I knew it was going to be bad.
Well, maybe you threw him off.
Yeah.
You've never been booed.
Boo. Just in bed.